is that she's been prepared with this afternoon's contest in mind, and this is the day of reckoning for her. Number 7, Zambezi's Son, a very, very impressive winner of the Grand Prix de Paris on the 14th of July. Had a break after that, came back to run third behind Soldier of Fortune, wasn't expected to win that race, and much more will be required of her this afternoon, and much more will probably be forthcoming from Zambezi's Son, trained by Pascal Barry. Stéphane Pasquier rides for Prince Khaled Abdullah. Of course, Pasquier and Prince Khaled Abdullah successful in this race last year with Rail Link, trained by André Favre. And there's number 8, Song of Hiawatha, presumably in there as a pacemaker, trained by Aidan O'Brien. David McCabe rides, winner of 1 from 5. And there's number 9, Yellowstone. Pat Smullen rides this. 6th behind Dr. Dino in the Man of War Stakes at Belmont last time out. 2nd behind Lucano in the Voltager before that. And a Group 3 winner of the Gordon Stakes at Goodwood. As the first of them start to go into the stalls, let's just mention Authorised, who of course won the Derby, was 2nd then in the Eclipse Stakes behind Not Now Cato. Last time out, beat Dylan Thomas in the Juddmonte International on the 21st of August. The first 2 of them have now gone into the stalls for the 2007 Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
Soldier of Fortune just taking his place in the gates, and there goes Dylan Thomas, who's next to him in stall number 6. There's Jonathan Pease off to the left, who's the trailer of Cigara and trained the winner with Bago a couple of seasons ago. Yellowstone is in Pat Smullen's mount in the orange and blue. Kieran Fallon and Johnny Murta just having a chat beforehand, as Song of Hiawatha, their pacemaker, has gone forward. About half of them into the gates so far. There's the one Philippe Mondisha. There is Zambezi's Son, Stéphane Pasquier, who won the race on Rail Link 12 months ago. Cigara's just about to go forward into his stall, which is number 11. Getaway, who was taken a little bit early down to post by Olivier Pellier, waiting to go forward. Mandisha also waiting. There's Dragon Dancer, who's right on the inside, stall number 1. All of them in so far, waiting patiently enough, as Mandisha goes in to take her place next to Sedex. Yumzain to stall number 4 is out of line, and it looks like he's going to be the last of the 12 of them to come forward. So 2,400 metres, a mile and a half for the arc. That's it, they're off. As they get away, Dragon Dancer pushed along on the inside to take a prominent position. Soldier of Fortune and Song of Hiawatha are up there as well, with Yellowstone, who broke well. Authorised is dropped at the back of the field, with Cigara, Yumzain, Getaway and Mandisha ahead of him. Dylan Thomas and Zambezi's Son racing in mid-division, as it's Song of Hiawatha who goes through to lead, to Yellowstone in 2nd place. The pink jacket is Soldier of Fortune running in 3rd on the outside of Dragon Dancer, who's against the rails. The red jacket of Sadex King's next, and then Zambezi's Son, white sleeves towards the outside. There's Authorised right at the back of the field as they head down towards the last mile. Mandisha's a few lengths ahead of him. Then the dark blue jacket of Dylan Thomas is on her inside. Yumzain with the blue and white on the sleeves. And then comes Getaway, with Authorised just moving upsides him on the outer, and Cigara is the back marker as they move on towards the halfway stage in the arc and begin the long slow turn back towards the home straight. Song of Hiawatha is leading, to Yellowstone in 2nd place, a length and a half, to Soldier of Fortune on the outside of Dragon Dancer. Zambezi's Son wide of these from Sadex, and then comes Dylan Thomas, who's followed through by Yumzain and Mandisha, who match strides. Behind these is Authorised on the outside of Getaway, and struggling is Cigara, who's the back marker as they race down the side of the track. Song of Hiawatha and Yellowstone, the pacemakers, are now both being shoved along. Dragon Dancer's on the inside of them in 3rd. Soldier of Fortune, the pink jacket, is next, then Zambezi's Son. The red colours of Sadex is next, and then comes Dylan Thomas, Mandisha and Yumzain, then Authorised with Cigara and Getaway at the rear of the field. They come towards the home straight, with Soldier of Fortune, Johnny Murder about to take it up now as they head down towards the line. To Yellowstone in second place, and then Zambezi's Son. Here's Dylan Thomas, the dark blue, up on the outside, authorised, beginning his challenge, but he's many lengths behind the leaders as Dylan Thomas and Soldier of Fortune move on together. Dylan Thomas hampered Zambezi's Son there. Zane's coming with a challenge. Get away from the back of the field, then on the inside, Sagara, but it's Kieran Fallon and Dylan Thomas with Richard Hughes and Zane challenging. Then comes Sagara, heading towards the line. Dylan Thomas in front, Zane on the outside comes to challenge him, but Dylan Thomas won it. Dylan Thomas has narrowly got there from one of the rank outsiders, Zane, in second position, as Kieran Fallon and Dylan Thomas are the narrow victors of this arc. Slightly hampered Zambezi's Son as he came through with his challenge. Zane has come through on the outside to throw down the biggest of the challenges. And this is just as they hit the line. Dylan Thomas is narrowly in front, and he just held on to beat Zane in second position. Then Sagara and Getaway, who are 11 and 5, involved in the photo for the next position. Soldier of Fortune finished in 5th. There's the winning trainer, Aidan O'Brien, as number 2 Dylan Thomas is confirmed as the winner of the arc over number 1 Zane in second place, and it will be a photograph for third place. Dylan Thomas, the winner of the King George and also the Irish Champion Stakes, has now won an arc by a very narrow margin. A great run from Zane in second place, still tight for third, Sagara and Getaway, and Soldier of Fortune behind them is in 5th place. The leading quintet were well clear of the others.
So finally, an Arc de Triomphe victory for Aidan O'Brien, winning it with number 2 Dylan Thomas for the Magnier family. And there's the Aidan O'Brien family cheering Dylan Thomas home. Kieran Fallon just prevailing by a head, probably, in front of Zane, who's run a magnificent race in second position. As Stewart's Inquiry has been called, Stewart's Inquiry. Now let's watch the closing stages of this once again. Dylan Thomas, the winner, now moving up on the outside. Zambezi's Son on his inner. Sadex further towards the inside. Now there's Dylan Thomas, who has come right across, by the looks of it from that angle, has come across Zambezi's Son. Now Zane comes in pursuit. Also problems there on the inside for the stablemate of Dylan Thomas, Soldier of Fortune, who's been knocked right back through the field. And, well, we need to see the head-on view of this. But Kieran Fallon looking rather grim-faced as he crossed the line. Now this is where we'll see it. Look for the dark blue jacket. That's Dylan Thomas, making his move second to the right at the moment. Now the question is, does he come in on any of the others? He's got his whip in his right hand. He's come right across Zambezi's Son, who's pushed Sadex then. He's still coming in, and now he's given a right old bump to Soldier of Fortune. Zane, meanwhile, is picking up on the outside. And bearing in mind the rules as they're set in France, the stewards will be looking at the fact that Dylan Thomas, I think, on what we saw there, has undoubtedly interfered with Zambezi's Son and has then interfered with Soldier of Fortune. Now, should the stewards take the view that that is the case, they would be pretty much obliged to put Dylan Thomas behind those two horses. So the stewards' inquiry is going to lead to some very, very nervous waits.
So what a remarkable race. The 86th running of the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe has been won by Dylan Thomas, his 10th career victory from 18 starts. taking his prize money.